The Church of Lukumi, Babaloo I versus the City of Hialeah, Florida. The case of the century.
Some background. Took place in Hialeah, Florida on June 11, 1993, between the Church of Lukumi, Babaloo I being the plaintiff, and the City of Hialeah being the defendant. It was a civil case related to the First Amendment of the United States Constitution, since this case regards religion.
What did the Church of Lukumi, Babaloo I practice? This church practiced the religion known as Santeria, a religion that originated from the 19th century that mixed traditional African religion with Roman Catholicism. Devoted to spirits named Orishas, and one way of showing devotion to the Orishas was by doing animal sacrifices.
The city's standpoint. When the city of Hialeah heard that the Church of Lukumi Babaloo I was to be built and practiced Santeria, the city passed an ordinance banning animal sacrifices. This ordinance prevented the sacrifice of animals that was not to be used for food consumption.
The church's standpoint. They felt as if this ordinance prevented them from the religious freedom that they were granted from the First Amendment, so they wished to appeal this ordinance. The local and state judicial courts proved not enough for this case, and it was appealed to the Supreme Court.
Result. The Chief of Justice deemed the ordinance not constitutional or unconstitutional because the basis of the ordinance was aimed at preventing the religious practice of Santeria and not as much towards preventing animal sacrifices as a whole. Thus, the opinion of the court was to allow animal sacrifices as a religious ritual to continue. However, this case may now be used as a precedent, especially for religious cases.
Why it matters. Pretend as if you are practicing a religion and suddenly the place you live tries to take the right to practice this religion from you. Now, doesn't that show the importance of the First Amendment and how this court case reiterates that importance? This court case adds a whole new edge to a citizen's freedom of religion and is something all of you should go home and think about.